This 2012 Dodge Ram 3500 was going into limp mode every time it hit reverse. The shop already swapped the solenoid, but the problem wasn't internal. What we found was simple. It could have been caught in minutes with a visual inspection. But we don't guess, we follow a consistent, proven diagnostic process that helps us deliver results other shops miss. Let's walk through the steps we took to bring this diesel back to life. Pre-scan brings us a couple low reverse solenoid circuit 2.4 or 2C solenoid circuit, TCM power input low. So these are definitely going to be why this transmission is going into limp mode. Now I don't know exactly what to check. Let's take a look at the wiring diagram. As we can see here, there's a few grounds that go to the PCM. Right, it looks like it's got 5 grounds, at least for the TCM diagram. We got one, 2 powers, and then I believe this trans control is the output from the PCM going to the TIPM. Whoop, zoomed out way too far. So this is the PCM here. So we've got 2 power inputs, 5 grounds, and then you have trans control, ignition off, run, start, control output. Trans control, so this must be a power in as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the scope. We're going to use 2, 3, 4, probably if I have 4 good leads, I'm going to use, we're going to check all 4 of these wires at one time. The power feeds. We're just going to get that done and out the way. We got connector 2, connector 1, and connector 2. So what we're going to try and do is find out where our connector views are on this power module. Let's see here. Power distribution relay, power distribution module, connector 1. All right, now what we need to know is not only the connector views, but the connector locations. So these are inline connectors. That's not what we're looking for. V series connectors, C series connectors. Yeah, nope, not gonna work. Not gonna work. So let's go to TIPM. Let's type in TIPM at the top. TIPM, removal installation, fuses, installation. Here we go. See, on the TIPM, it gives us like letters, you know, like A, B, C, blah, blah, blah. It's hard for me to find. Okay, here we go. Well, that's really not that great, to be honest with you. It's not. It's not that great. They could probably come up with a much better picture than that. I mean, inverter module, and it gives me the right seat harness. This is some of the things that we have to deal with here. Aha! This might be better. Maybe. But no, it's not. And that's nice to get the fuse box diagram. But see here, each connector view it gives us is just some, it doesn't give us very good detailed information, unfortunately. So this might take a minute to figure out which is our correct connector, but we will figure it out. So I'll meet you guys out there. Okay, this thing is so big. I am 20 feet up in the air trying to do this. Come on. Come on, come on. things are always fun. There we go. Now I've got it lifted up. Now it said connector 1, right? And connector 2. So I would like to think that connector 1 is A and connector 2 is B. We may or may find that we don't have that or do have that.
Hey, you got much taller.
Yeah, I know, man. This thing's 20 feet in the air. Let's see here. I see a C. B is right here. BC. So this is our B, and then we have C is green. G.
Where do you want me to set it at?
Right here is fine.
Okay.
That's perfect. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. This thing's so high. Connector 1, so 10 is yellow and brown. Okay, so this is connector 1. This is probably a bad angle for you guys to be able to see anything at all. Let's see here. Okay, but our yellow and brown wire indeed is right here. This is our yellow and brown right here. It's pin number 11. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's here? Oh, sorry, it's pin 10, not 11. Okay. So that's our yellow and brown. Then we got 49, which is pink and white. 49 is pink and white, which is this bigger wire right here. So let's get the lab scope. Let's get both these wires set up. I could use a test light, which, you know, might be the better way to go. I don't know. Let me try a test light, actually. But I will not be able to see that while I'm cycling the ignition. So we're going to have to do the scope. Unfortunately. Let me go get the scope. Let's get our Pomona set up on this thing. Good thing is there's so much room that, you know, I'm not going to be fighting latches and things like that. It won't give me a problem after I get these pierced in there. It's nothing to latch down. Like here, you know, even the latches, they don't get in the way of the harness. So it's perfect. Let's find our other 2 wires that we have to deal with. They're on connector 2. I'm gonna hope that that's B. Doesn't give us a color number, but I'm pretty sure it's B here. And what are we dealing with? 1, 2, 3 rows. Yes, that's correct. So brown and gray, pin number 1. Probably, yeah, it's this one. So 1, no. 2 is pink and light green. Where's pink and light green? It's yellow and gray is pin number 1. Okay, I see. So what number is it that we're looking for? We're looking for 26 and 22. 26 and 22. 26 is the last one. That's the yellow. Yep, yellow and orange. That's the last one. So let's go ahead and peel that back with our screwdriver here. So it's a primary power feed here. And then 22 is pink and gray. 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. This one here. Sorry for the terrible footage. It's what we got to work with right now. So pretty much all of these should have power on them, I assume. And if we're missing power anywhere, we will know where to begin looking. It's so bright out here, you can't even hardly see anything. You know? Okay, so we got to do this 10 volts at a time, you know. Or I got to create enough space for everything to have 10 volts. Okay, so I'm going to go key on right now. We're looking for a missing power. Now, I didn't see a missing power, but that red trace kind of looked terrible. We're going to hit pause. Now we see that our yellow, I'm going to line them all up with one another. So we have two that are at ground. Red and green are at ground currently. Blue and yellow are at battery voltage. Now let's go back a page. All right, I just want to show again. Wow, it's so hard to see this. That we got our blue trace is on pink. Our red trace is on yellow with a orange. And our yellow, oh boy. Let me write this down. So anyways, yellow is on pink with a white. Red is on yellow with a orange. Blue is on pink with a gray. And blue is on yellow with a black. As we can tell here, we have yellow and blue are at battery voltage. Green and red are at ground. I'm going to scroll back a page. And we have a lot of noise here. I can't even tell you what's going on, to be honest with you. I might have to turn some traces off. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn some traces off. What if I turn them off? Whoops. Did I turn it back on? Oh my goodness. That was not good. So we saw that the red trace, I have to take another capture. Okay, here we have cycled the key again, and what I have found is that now we have all four traces staying hot the whole time. So before we lost our red trace went out, and the red trace is connected to the yellow and red wire. Okay, sorry, our red trace on the lab scope is on the yellow and orange wire. So that comes from the transmission control relay. All right, fuse J18, it's a 20 amp fuse. What we're gonna do, we saw that it was on the scope, that waveform, I wish I would have saved it, but I didn't, it was pulling up like this. It wasn't an instant up. So let's see if we can duplicate that concern one more time. But I do believe that the problem is going to be in this transmission control relay, intermittently acting up. But let's see. This is the red trace. Now it turns out it's my test lead. You guys can't see that, but if I just jiggle this test lead a little bit, you see how it starts to drop out. I have a nasty test lead. So we didn't lose power. We had our power, except for we did lose it on two wires, actually. We did. All right, let's go ahead and start this thing up. We see that it's looking good. Now what I'm gonna do, let's go ahead and put it in reverse. That's where they said that the fault actually occurs. Is the parking brake set on this thing? Well, currently nothing is happening at all. Everything looks fine. All right, so I've swapped the red trace with the green in order to eliminate the bad test lead, because the test lead is just causing too many problems. But I'm going to go into gear now. All right, that doesn't cause us any issues. We're going to go into reverse. Going to back up for a while. All right, drive. Okay, still no dropouts, right? Reverse. There we go. Boom, the whole truck even stalled. Looks like we have a power problem for sure. Let's start this thing back up. But if you see here, we did not lose blue and yellow. We don't use our red either, but we lost the green. So we are losing that TCM relay. What a nightmare this truck is. It's a monster truck. Okay, so I do believe it's that TCM relay. We're going to see if that's a serviceable component, because it's obviously dropping out. Okay, so the next thing that we need to check is this transmission control relay, because I do believe that that's what's going on. I don't think it's the PCM. I think it's the... We'd have to unplug this stuff or cut the wires to really verify. But I do believe that it's either going to be our power feed here, but most likely it's this transmission control relay. That's what I really think that we're dealing with. But you can see that it's also controlled by the TIPM itself. So that's going to make this really tricky to diagnose. Very, very tricky to accurately diagnose what's going on here, because we don't have what we need. Or we don't have the ability to diagnose or monitor the control side. Sorry, I have to think, and I'm not good at all thinking that. Thinking and working is difficult. All right. Oh my goodness, it's on the PCB. The transmission control relay. Well, this one says TCM right here, K5. Okay, cool. Let's go check out the K5 TCM relay right here. Let's see what's going on with that. Is there any that we can swap with? You know, like maybe the parking lamps K6. K6 is a good one, or the HVAC blower K9. K6 or K9? Okay, K5. Here we go. K6 EBL relay. I don't see transmission. Yeah, it doesn't show us transmission on here. All right, well, this is K5, and my goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen, we have figured it out. What is all this green corrosion on here? This relay is most likely bad. Okay. This may have been a simple, easy peasy fix. Whoops. Now what we need to know is, did I just swap the proper relay? Okay, we're going to swap with K6 or K9. K9 is right here, so that would be this one. So let's put this other relay back in right here. Now let's go ahead and let's give this a shot. That's for the blower. We'll leave that be. Key on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to erase the fault codes yet, actually. We're going to go ahead and do this exact same thing. I'm going to start it up. Looks really clean. I'm going to go in reverse. Going to back up. We have backed up. Now we're going to go into drive. Forward we go. Now we're going to go to reverse. And my goodness, we have fixed this truck. I can tell you right now we fixed it. For one, I don't see, the signal looks so much cleaner on the green now. It's identical to the blue and yellow. Before it was a lot more jagged. You know, it was weird looking. This truck is operating as it should. This is great. Okay. We're calling it. We got it fixed. We know that it's fixed. Not just because like it's not doing it currently, right? Because it was sort of intermittent. But the fact that I can see the waveform. Oh, look, that looked a little noisy. But no, it's fixed. I'm going to go to reverse again. Yeah, we're fine. This is a win. We're done. Catch you guys on the next one. I had the shop test drive the vehicle to confirm that it was fixed, and indeed it is. Just a simple relay, that's all it needed. If you like this type of deep dive diagnostic content, hit that subscribe button and check out our daily uploads.